off we go. You'll note I've given the table a little run over. I was wondering what you were referring to. There is a line in this table that I don't seem to be able to do anything about. I don't know if that was the line that you were concerned about. So I will get to that, of course, in Twitter business. No. Rain Cullen says, bloody hell. Oh, we've started with a bit of a swear. Bloody hell. She says, this channel's getting bluer by the day, with a wink. I know what you mean, Noreen Cullen. Well, I think we need to rein it in a bit. Just pull it back, please, gang. Come on now. Come on now. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean and above board. Yes, please. Gary B. Gary Blair. He lives in Spain. When someone called Christopher comments when he watches the videos, but we haven't got to the bottom of who Christopher is or what he does. It's Gary Blair. He suggests Lumberjill shirt. Lumberjill. You'll recall yesterday we were debating this creature here, and he says Lumberjill shirt. Oh, never thought about a Lumberjill shirt, but that is a marvellous concept, Gary Blair, and I'm almost forced to give you a almost. You don't quite get it, because you then follow on with a borderline inexplicable message that you've sent me that just says hairy table. Hairy table? Gary Blair, what on earth are you talking about? A hairy table? What's going on here? Was there a hair on the table yesterday? Is that what you've all got yourself in a tiz about? Yes, a tiz. You heard, a tiz. An actual tiz. Bit worried here. No, I think I've got this correct. So we can proceed. We can proceed. Oh, no, wait, no, incorrect. That wasn't right, la 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 la, but now that's right, la 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 la. Anyway, Gary Blair had a lot to say. He says, a thought. Aren't the oversized scissors, now I can reveal that the oversized scissors, where did they go in? Oh, they're up here. Panning. You'll recall that the oversized scissors, here, they're just plonked in. They're not attached to anything. They've caused a great deal of upset, which I will get to today. But there's going to be much discussion of these particular scissors. He says, aren't the oversized scissors part of the kit of the Phantom Lego serial killer? Of course, as you know, in our last build, we were very much detectives trying to work out what the heckin' who was going on. Is this another clue towards solving the heinous murders in Lego World? Well, it's quite possible. Maybe that's an abandoned weapon. We'll have to ask Charlie Chops what she thinks. Charlie Chops, she fights crime with a face fair. Right, getting up to the business. You know, there's always a delay. You know it. You know it. Oh, I've got my actual forehead in my hand. I don't know why I expect anything else when I make a basic mistake, and pretty much every single one of you then delights in pointing out the mistake. You know what the mistake is. Oh, oh look. There's going to be much chat about this today. Mr. Graham Trigg says, when was the last time you saw a pelican in a pet shop? unless it was trying to eat the stock. It's a toucan. Of course it's a toucan. Of course it is. I actually want you to know that I was lying in bed last night, literally thinking to myself, oh no, I didn't mean pelican, I meant toucan, and every single one of them is going to tell me it's a toucan. Every single one of them. Well, let's see, shall we? Let's see if I know you better than you know yourselves. Shall we? Shall we see how you've fared in this little test? No, it wasn't a test, Emma. You made a terrible mistake. Yes, I know. Shh. Mr. Graham Triggs, the VAR, the official referee. If I am going to sing the Relax with Lego theme tune, I'm going to suggest that we should have some suggestions for tunes that Emma has heard of, open bracket. I won't go so far as to say knows how it goes. That the lyrics can be set to. I think that's a very good suggestion, Mr. Graham Triggs, the official referee of Relax with Lego, and I put that to the group. If anyone has a suggestion along those lines, then let's hear it, please. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Well, this looks like a big glass frontage, does it not? So, without further ado, it's now time for Mr. Graham Triggs sings. Mr. Graham Triggs sings. I wonder if we should have this for Mr. Graham Triggs sings. Yes, I think that's better, don't you? It's time for Mr. Graham Triggs sings. No, hang on. It's time for Mr. Graham Triggs sings. We're not going out, not staying in, just running around with my head in a spin. But there is no need to scream and shout. We're not going out. We are not going out. Thank you, Mr. Graham Triggs. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Graham Triggs. Of course, the hilarious thing you need to know about that is I stared at that and I thought, what the heck and who is that? What is it? What on earth is that? I have no idea. And then Mr. Graham Triggs pointed out that it's the theme tune to a show I have actually been in. Embarrassing. Does it come as a surprise to anybody? No, of course not. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Mr. Graham Triggs said, read the MacGyvered mouse. I think this is an adjudication. I feel like this is an adjudication. So, read the MacGyvered house. Sure, they could have put a dedicated piece in, and clearly there are limitations doing it on that scale, but I quite like it when we make things from common pieces, from very common pieces. All right then, Mr. Graham Triggs. Bevis Mouse and Uncle Strawberry felt the same. Panning down. He said, just because they have a specific mouse figure doesn't mean I don't like seeing it made from bricks. Although he said brocks. But I don't really think you meant seeing things made from badgers. Did you? Did you, Bevis? Did you mean you like seeing things made from badgers? Let me know. Let me know if that's what you actually did mean. But I for one, I might be. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'm not sure I want to see anything made from a badger. Thank you. He says it's very much the spirit of Lego. Yes. He also noticed that it was an interesting piercing yesterday, just for the fact that he didn't think he'd ever seen a minifigure base plate used in an actual build before. No, I'm trying to think if I have. No, I don't think I have, Bevis. Don't think I have. Although you get them quite a lot in free, although Bevis uses them quite a lot in free builds. Yes, I use some on the Death Spa. Yeah. I'm not going to sully this discussion with what Bevis then goes on to say, but I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just leaving it. I'm just absolutely leaving it there. You'll recall that Katie Hall, our resident complainer, wanted to know about weird things that had happened on Relax with Lego, and I couldn't immediately think of any weird things, but I did remember the Great Scattering, of course. And Bevis quite rightly points out that the Great Scattering wasn't a weird thing. It was just a disaster of epic proportions. We all remember it. We all remember the Great Scattering, those of us who were there. Meanwhile, Pippin is losing her tiny mind. She's losing her tiny, 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 tiny mind. She's losing it. Bevis Musson on the Uncle Strawberry has thoughts on the scissors. Pippin, you too. Thank you very much. He says, I forgot to say about the scissors. I don't mind freestanding elements, he says, if they're stable. That's between asterisks, that's how serious that matter is. And then he says the scissors are clearly not stable, therefore are not sensei approved. This might have to be a feature as well, about whether something's been sensei approved. Dogs are going bananas. Hang on, please. Of course, I've established what's going on. Georgie's talking to the neighbour through the fence, hence it's all kicking off. Bevis talking about things that are sensei approved. I'm afraid that the fish tank yesterday did not get the sensei's approval. He says, I know we're building on a very small scale here, but even with that, the fish tank seems a little small for a fish that size. I do agree. It was it's cramped in there. Although I rather wondered if that fish was a stuffed fish. Discuss. Oh, here he comes. A puffin, a pelican. It's a toucan, Emma. Honestly. Mind you, he says, that's a hell of a pet shop that's selling chunky toucans. I know. I think it's probably illegal. But crumbs, imagine being able to go to a pet shop and buy a toucan. Hello, tinkle, tinkle. Hello, open door, bell. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Oh, hello. I was just wondering if you've got any toucans. Hang on. I think I might have one out the back. Hang on a minute. Hi, yeah. You're in luck. I've got one left. Oh, brilliant. Can I have one? Yes, you can. That's how that goes. That was that scenario. I'm glad I could have been of assistance. Now then, oh no, this is not going to please anybody. It's rather lovely. I hate to tell you this. It's freestanding. It might even be there. It's not immediately clear. Oh, there, Lord above. Bevis pointed out that there's going to be a lot of pointing out today. Bevis pointed out that the box... Sorry, I know it's illegal to point at anything without the pointer. The box here at the front of the shop should be at 45 degrees, which is why it's on a hinge. You angled it right and then put it back on the horizontal, which ironically means it's now on the wonk. Well, I've fixed it. I have fixed it. All right, I've fixed it. Don't you love how I'm literally at the constant mercy of the lot of you. Just spending your days pointing out which mistakes I've made. It's sort of marvellous, really. Oh, now look, hang on. Oh, Lord above. Oh, does that... Oh, okay. Oh, that's... Okay, now that's super, isn't it? That it slides. Ooh, lovely. Don't know why it slides, though. There doesn't seem to be any reason for it to slide. What is it? Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. He's still going on about me calling it a pelican. Charlie Chop. Charlie Chops. She fights crime with a face hair. Charlie Chops. She then joins in and blames the wine. I had one glass. Okay. I had one glass of wine, and all of you have been going on at me about having a glass of wine, and I had a glass of wine, and now this is what happens. Graham Triggs, it's an adjudication. This is the twin-pronged cutting implement. We know where this is. The twinned-pronged cutting. I'm going in. This is how serious it is. Pointer. The twin-pronged cutting implement is not enclosed in a way to prevent spillage, and therefore is a free-standing element. However, they are secateurs, not scissors. Oh, they're not scissors, they're secateurs, they're not scissors, says Mr. Graham Triggs. Well, he has spoken. He has spoken. Bevis mustn't. Oh, by the way, Emma, he says, can't remember if I mentioned it, and I doubt anyone else will, but that's a toucan, not a pelican. Oh, hello, we've got a new member. Welcome. Welcome to Rosie Lee. Welcome. She, look, here's her picture. Rosie Lee. She says, my vote is for Hairy Mary. Hairy Mary, the lesbian of a certain age. Hairy Mary. Yeah, all right, because we've got dirty Diana. Oh, we've got dirty Diana, so we may as well have Hairy Mary. All right, dirty Diana and Hairy Mary. Okay. Oh, Pink Lady. By the way, it's a toucan. Did anyone mention it? Oh, for Pete's sake. Absolute Pete's sake. Anyway, we'll get. It's time for Pink Lady, so let's get to her, shall we? Forthwith. Right, let's do Pink Lady's bit, shall we? Let's go in. Do 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 do. Oh dear, I just pulled the pelican off. No, not the pelican, the parrot. Oh no, you'll all have a go at me about that now. Right, Pink Lady. Gosh, she starts. I'd never guessed that you'd had a glass of wine, Emma. Randomised Twitter business, forgetting Bobby's name. The wonky alignment of the pieces making up the bird's beak. Nope, I wouldn't have had a clue. Thoughts from an architectural historian. The latest addition to the build is a functional mid to late 20th century design. The shop front, with its large picture window, is intended to reveal as much as possible of the vendor's stock, rather than be beautiful itself. The playful pictorial fascia is charming and leaves the viewer in no doubt about the nature of the business. The tendency towards the abstract appropriately reflects the rather abstract nature of the occupants of the shop. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Panning down and coming out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, it looks like we might be making something rather good here. Here she comes. Little Sue. And she's called Little Sue. She's little and she's called Sue. It's Little Sue. Hello, Little Sue.
Hello.
Are you feeling a bit better?
Oh, well, I'll get to that later.
All right then.
Says, oh yes, we definitely need to see the video of you and Georgie Gibbon. She calls her Georgie Gobbon.
Sorry, Little Sue. Georgie Gobbon?
Georgie Gobbon.
I mean, it's a perfect name. It's a perfect name for her. If I'm being perfectly honest, Little Sue, but no, she's not called Georgie Gobbon.
I mean, Georgie Gibbon.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Oh, I definitely need to see the video of you and Georgie Gibbon. Let's call her.
I think we should call her Georgie Gobbon from now on.
All right then, Georgie Gobbon, dressed as Batman and Spider-Man. In fact, I can't think of anything I'd rather watch apart from Relax with Lego, of course.
Of course, Little Sue.
Fingers very much crossed that we get to see it.
I mean, I'm longing to show it to you. Absolutely longing, but I don't think I'll ever be allowed. Unless I ever meet any of you, in which case I'll whip it out and show it to you. But it was super. Sorry, but it was. Katie Hall, she likes to complain. She's Katie Hall. Hello, I'm phoning to complain. She says, perhaps you could use some sticky tape to defuzz the pointer. I have got some sticky tape. Shall we give it a go? Let's just give this a go. Okay. Oh, it's wet. Actually, that's getting some of it off, isn't it? Oh, Lord. I mean, I imagine this is driving some of you absolutely potty. Probably Gary Blair, I imagine. I think that has improved matters, Katie Hall. I mean, not by masses. Well, it's a bit better, isn't it? Oh, Lord, that doesn't... I'll give it another go later. Thanks for your suggestion. I hope that satisfies your complaining for today, Katie Hall. I mean, do let me know if you have further complaints. I'll be more than happy to deal with them. Tanya, no. Says, I have always organised my coloured pencils into colour order, light to dark. It started with those huge long packs of felt tip pens as a small child. Embroidery floss too. Embroidery? What's embroidery floss? You floss your teeth with what? What's embroidery floss? But oh gosh, yes, I loved those huge packs of felt tips. Pink Lady did too. She says those huge packs of felt tips were magical. Yeah, they were. I think mine used to come from Woolworths. I think everyone's everything came from Woolworths. Barely a Christmas went by without one in my stocking. Yeah. They're so lovely. Oh, then of course Tanya Neldrester says that she'd spent the last few minutes trying to brush her hair off the corner of her iPad, and it's actually a mark on my desk near your left hand. I think it's gone. I think it's gone now. And she says, I doubt I'm the only one twitching. And then, come on now, little Sue, because you know this isn't your department. You're not a complainer.
She says, I noticed it yesterday too. I can't work out if it's a hair or a biro mark on Emma's haunted table.
And then the pink lady said, oh, it's trying to communicate with us, Sue.
Like some kind of Ouija board.
Nondescript hum. Says, I have to concur with the others on the with the toucan identification, even provided a picture. Below is a puffin on the left, puffin, and a toucan on the right. Puffin, toucan. I'd say your first guess of puffin was pretty good during the build. A pelican, though, I mean, it's like it's never ending. It's never ending from you lot. Ruth Hayes. I thought it had already been established that the small lady in the green top is called Bobby. Yes, it had already been established that was her name. Yes, it had. Yes. Correct, Ruth Hayes. Correct. This is the second thing I'm being told of. By the way, I'm never, ever having a glass of wine during a build again, okay? No, this is why you can't have nice things, for wax. This is why you can't have nice things. Oh no, look who's here. Yes, can we help you? We're just filming, thank you.
Well, we having lunch.
What's the time? It's only 10 to 12, Georgie Gobbon. You've been renamed Georgie Gobbon by Little Sue.
Rude.
I thought it was rather appropriate. Do. She's gone now. Little Sue said,
Yes, definitely, she's Bobby. I made mention that she reminded me of Marcy and Charlie Brown, but Emma swept over that and then promptly forgot her name altogether. Definitely the wine.
oh, now, Jackie Swan. Dear Jackie Swan. Scrub down, everyone. Scrub down. Scrub down. Scrub down. Scrub down. It's Jackie Swan. Sad today. She said, I must admit I had a bit of a cry today listening to the Knoll music. Mother's Day and couldn't see my son or granddaughter. But watching the build is comforting. So thank you. Oh, sending lots of hugs to you, Jackie Swan. Lots of hugs. Nondescript came up with a word yesterday that I must confess I had never heard of. Never heard of it. Greebling. Greebling. And we have an explanation. Greebling, the fine detailing added to the surface of a larger object that makes it appear more complex and therefore more visually interesting. Greebling. So what would an example of greebling be? Probably that fascia. Nondescript erroneously thought it was a long-standing word in the dictionary, but that looks to be wrong. According to Wikipedia, the earliest recorded use of the term greeble found to date was by those working on the special effects for Star Wars, the group that would later become Industrial Light and Magic. How interesting. Isn't that interesting? It's interesting. I'm not entirely sure I've got this right. Now I have. Now I've got it right. Read the door handle controversy, says nondescript. I mean, this, you know, it's just endless, the controversies that are going on today. It really is. Read that controversy. It seems like you are damned if you do and damned if you don't. Oh, thank you for noticing. Thanks for noticing, nondescript. I might go in on this. It feels a bit far away, doesn't it? There we go. Follow the instructions and there is an uproar. I mean, mentioning nobody. Gary Blair. Gary Blair. Oh, that's a nasty cough gun. Gary Blair. I have to assume, if you hadn't followed the instructions, there would also have been an uproar. Gary Blair. Gary Blair. In defence of Gary Blair, a pull handle on a push door is a poor design, forcing a person to unnecessarily evaluate their environment to correctly navigate it. I first heard about the design of everyday things, Norman, Donald, in a UI course. What's a UI course? What's a UI course? And it has stuck with me ever since. If you need to push something, don't give it a handle to pull. If you need a user to click something, make it look like a button. If you hate people, do the opposite. Just to reiterate though, as has been highlighted, you did follow the instructions correctly. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Katie Hall. Hello. Bring. Hello, it's me, Katie Hall. I'm just phoning to complain. Oh, why, Katie Hall? What can I help you with? She says, you're such a tease. We made a video, hilarious video, that I can never ever show you, but it's hilarious. Then she adds, your pelican looks like a toucan. Then she says, Dogface looks like Gizmo from Gremlins. I mean, is it ever going to end? Is the complaining ever going to end for Katie Hall? God, I'm very sorry. Very sorry, Katie Hall. Can I give you some money back? Yes, please. Oh, all right then. Okay. I'll try and arrange something. That's sort of nice, isn't it? That's rather nice. Charlie Chops. Charlie Chops fights crime with the face hair. She says it's a toucan. It's a toucan. It's a toucan, she says. More importantly, why is it for sale in a pet shop? Ruth Hayes says exactly what I was thinking. And then Charlie Chop says, I think I've met that lesbian of a certain age. And then Katie Hall says, me too, in the mirror every morning. And then Sue pipes in,
Fat Fanny Knob, it's out there now, no trying to hide it.
right, that's enough from you, little Sue, that's enough. And that concludes Club Business. Honestly. What should I be doing with the lot of you? Ooh, now what do we think this is? What do we think this is? Where's that go? Oh, that's going in here, look. That's a nice little, blimey. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. I mean, help me. Oh. That was exhausting. That was actually exhausting. Actually exhausting. Do we think this is some sort of, well, it's a waiting room of some kind, but what for? We don't know yet. We'll find out in a minute, no doubt. Yes. Yes. Then what happens? This happens. Yes. Yes. Any ideas? No, not yet. Not yet, thanks. Yes. Now then. That goes on there, and then that goes there. Yes. What's this, do we think? Oh. Oh, that's clever. Look, it's a cup. It's a cup. Oh, look, that's very good. That's very good. That's excellent, isn't it? That's excellent. That's excellent. That gets a round of applause. Now, that looks suspiciously like traffic lights. Oh no. Oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. I might have to get one out of my pot because that was a bad one. Thank you. I shall retrieve that one later. No, green, if you please. It's gone onto the fridge. That's rather good, isn't it? And that's going on there. That's going in there. That's going on the end of there. Oh, that's very good. Look. That's rather good. I'll come out because I think we're going on. Yes, we're going on. Oh, you can't see. Wait. Before I get told off again. I don't know why that slides. If anyone's got ideas as to what purpose that has for sliding, then I'm all ears. Okay. Is that it? Yes, it is. Oh, I've got a bit there that I'm a bit worried about. This is worrying me. That's worrying me. I'm just having a little look. Wait a minute. Oh, found it. Found it. It was meant to go in here. Voila. Voila. Okay, fixed it. I fixed it. And there it is. That was bag 5, and I'll see you for the last bag 6 tomorrow, and then we take it all apart and start again. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.